Sound speeds. Cameras are rolling. We're here pre-gaming. We're here back with Mr. Fred DiBella. And this is going to be a different episode because you've been on the show before. Mm-hmm. You're a returning guest.
Exactly.
You're our second returning guest. Well, our first returning guest is Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan Kibbe. He's my producing partner, so he doesn't really count as a guest. He's part of the show.
Yeah.
So you're not even a guest. We're just buds.
Yeah.
We're just buds hang out.
Exactly.
But as far as podcasts are concerned, you are a guest, I guess. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like a guest?
Yeah, because you're sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
I got a microphone right here. I got the headphones right here. And I got 3 cameras right there.
Yeah.
So that's a guest.
So, I've been doing the pre-gaming. I like the pre-game. It's like, you have football games.
Yeah.
They pre-game.
Yeah.
We're doing the pre-game. But this is different because you've already been here before. So, I mean, not much pre-gaming is necessary. And I'm very low energy today. I'm going to let you know.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna
is that caffeinated tea?
It's caffeinated tea.
Then you're good.
I'm low energy today. Okay. I'm gonna need you to bring
boost
the game
it up.
I'm going to give you prompts and I'm going to say, go. But okay. So let's just start the show because we don't have to do a lot of pre-gaming. We chit-chatted already for 20 minutes before we started. We should have recorded everything.
Well, we can always re-talk about it because no one knows what the hell we talked about.
Yeah, no idea. I don't remember what we talked about.
A little bit of Bitcoin.
We talked about a little bit of Bitcoin. We'll get to a lot of stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
So you talked with our producers in the back there. This is my new running gag. I pretend that there's producers in the back. Yeah. Guys, you guys want us to start yet? Thanks for the tea. Yeah, thanks for the tea.
Yes, thank you for the tea.
Earl Grey tea with honey.
Ooh, Earl Grey.
Okay, producers in the back, run that intro video. Okay, I think that was good. Thank you all for watching that amazing intro video. It has won multiple awards. There are intro video awards. Did you know this? There isn't, no. But there should be.
There might be.
I would think that our intro video would be there on the top. It's hard to top that.
Because it's not staged.
It's not staged.
All improv.
Yeah.
And it's just off the cuff.
It's off the cuff.
Yeah.
It's what more would anybody want from that?
Well, they don't want staged.
Yeah, they don't want staged. Like, I paid somebody to make this intro video.
Exactly.
All right. So this is the beginning of the podcast here. Today we have our good friend back again, Fred DiBella.
Yes.
World famous. Model, actor, and more importantly, the physique of a god. He's in many muscle and fitness magazines. No.
I mean, if I am, I like to see.
You probably are. You probably. I would think you are.
Maybe Muscle and Tattoo magazine.
Yeah, Muscle and Tattoo magazine.
That's a new magazine.
Yeah,
it's a new name.
And you were our guest for HYPNOPOD 10.
Yeah,
which is This is so that was that was like the big episode.
Yeah,
10. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was huge. Now this is. Let me do the intro for the HYPNOPOD. What number it is?
All right.
This is from the world famous Alex's living room. This is HYPNOPOD 17. Woo!
17.
HYPNOPOD. My voice I just don't have something is up with my voice.
Huh?
I don't know. HYPNOPOD. I can't go low. HYPNOPOD 17.
I've been yelling at the TV for the past 2 weeks because of the Dodgers.
We should talk. Let's just go straight to the Dodgers. Okay, this is HYPNOPOD 17. La da 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 da. Fred DiBella's here. Okay, everybody loves Fred. Okay, well, before we start about Dodgers, I should say that your last podcast is our number one podcast, and it is a competition. So we have over 2,000 views.
Yeah.
2.2K.
Is it 2.2 right now? Okay.
We might be close to 2,200 200 views. We're close. So you have the record. That's why you're back here. We're like, hey, if it's working, bring him back.
Exactly. If it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah, go with what works.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's segue to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
How high did you get after that Grand Slam walk-off?
So I had to work that night. I was bartending a private party. And on the way there, I watched as much as I could at home. I had to be there at 8 o'clock. So I'm driving there, listening on the radio, tied up 2-2. And then I have my phone. And so the party didn't start till 9. But the thing is, no one got there till 10 because everyone was watching the game. And so I put the game on my phone. And it was very easy setup. So I'm just chilling. And I'm watching it. And my phone was delayed because the neighbors started screaming, and then a second later, bam, home run.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, it's crazy because so I remember the Kirk Gibson home run in 1988. I actually missed that home run. I was 18 years old then. I was watching it with my dad, and they were down. I think it was 4-3 or whatever it was in the bottom of the ninth. I was about to leave to go out somewhere, and I was sitting in the car, and all of a sudden I heard screaming inside the house, and Kirk Gibson hit the home run, and I totally missed it. And and so then the Freddie Freeman one, I would have been so pissed if I missed that one too.
So you saw that one?
I definitely saw the Freddie Freeman one, and I was like in awe. I was like,
I couldn't believe it happened.
My God. And I wish that Freeman would have did the Gibson around second base. I wish he would have did that.
Yeah.
He deserved to do that. And he's hit 5 home. You know that, so he's tied the record. Last night he tied the record for the most home runs in consecutive World Series games. It's 5. Wow. He's tied with George Springer of the hated Astros. So tonight is a closeout game. By the time this airs, the Dodgers will be world champions. So yeah,
let's do it, Dodgers, all the way. So yeah, it's been. I'm a very pessimistic. I'm always the team's going to lose. They're just not, and all of a sudden they're not only are they're destroying.
Everything is going their way because when the playoffs started, they played the Padres, who, in most people's eyes, were the best team in baseball, even better than the Yankees. So the Dodgers' main problem was the pitching. Everyone was injured, no pitching. They're going to get wiped out again in the first round, and then Dave Roberts is going to get fired. Well, obviously that did not happen, and their pitching has been superb. Walker Buehler, another strong performance because he was out. And I remember, I think in game 2, maybe, I think it was, he pitched against the Padres. He gave up like 5 runs. I was like, oh, great, here we go. But he settled in, and his pitches looked just like he did a few years ago when he was like top notch. And then Yamamoto, I think his name is, superb also. So the starting pitching has been superb from what we have.
Yeah.
And then the bullpen has just been lights out.
Yeah. Buehler.
I said that last night. Buehler.
I wonder when Walker Buehler was in high school, I'm sure everybody would just make Ferris Bueller jokes all the time, even though I think it's spelled differently. Bueller, I think Bueller in the movie is Buell, and he sells it Beh. There's an H in his Bueller.
Yeah, I think so. But
it's a little bit different.
But it sounds the same.
Sounds the same, yeah.
It's pronounced the same.
And did you see, so last night, the guy who closed the game out, that guy was throwing 100-mile-per-hour fastballs.
101.
Did you see those fastballs? I was like, we got this game.
Yeah.
It's in the bag. Did you notice the light's changing? The sun keeps... Yeah. It must be cloudy outside.
The sun. I noticed the light is coming in and out.
This is what happens when you film in your living room.
Yeah.
It's just like... Boo, boo, boo.
Yeah.
I'm sure people will know. So, yeah, so that guy was throwing some... Well, I was like, no way. We got this. Yeah. I wasn't worried. Even though they hit a 2-run home run. Yeah. I wasn't worried. I was like, I don't think you're going to be able to get 2 more runs off this guy. He's throwing in 99ers, 101ers.
Yeah. And then Judge is, he hasn't done nothing.
He hasn't done anything, man.
And
thankfully.
The funniest part about this is they try to have Fat Joe come out and perform. That was horrible.
Disaster.
That was a disaster. The fans were not even in it. Even the only Yankee players are not in it. Ice Cube had more reaction from the Yankee players than Fat Joe did.
That was a big disaster. It went on too long. And for those that don't know, Fat Joe came out and did what was that? 10 minutes even almost. It was 5 minutes at least.
He did like 4 or 5 songs or something.
It was too much. And then when they introduced all the players, I was like, okay, let's get the game on. There was 45 minutes before the game started after they introduced. It was a disaster.
Because they knew that when Ice Cube comes out, performs that, they're going back to New York. They needed somebody. Now, I mean, Jay-Z wasn't available. He's probably been hiding. Nas wasn't available. 50 Cent wasn't available. Jadakiss. I mean, who? I mean, it's like...
Yeah, and 50 ain't going to be doing that because he's good friends with them. I don't know. I don't think 50... Yeah, maybe he would.
I don't know. And they... so that was a disaster. And another thing, too, is you're not supposed to walk on the mound. Do you notice when they throw the first pitch out... Anytime they throw the first pitch, you stand at the end of the dirt mound right there where the grass begins. That's where you throw the first pitch from every time. You're not supposed to stand on the mound. Fat Joe is walking around the mound in his Timberlands.
See, I do these podcasts because I learn stuff, and I did not know this, that you're not supposed to.
No, you're not supposed. Even Ice Cube, he stopped right in front of it, but he walked around it. Yeah, you don't step on the mound. I'm sure they told him. Maybe the fact that Fat Joe was like, there was no one reacting to my stuff. Maybe it kind of freaked him out or got him nervous. I don't know what happened. He just walking around like no big deal on that mound. I'm like, what's he doing? And then I heard that they were kind of, because that could affect, you're on Timberlands. You're not, it's like, you're not supposed to be on there. The grounds crew probably had to come out, fix that dirt and hope that nothing was wrong with it.
Yeah.
Because that's...
It looked like a disaster. I couldn't even hear it because it was loud in the room I was watching in. So
I wonder they're not going to have anyone come out tonight. There's no way on earth. That was a complete disaster. No.
Definitely don't. Hey, job's not done yet.
Yeah.
We're not. See, we LA fans, we don't get ahead of ourselves ever because we're always like they're going to just take it away from us. I don't ever get personally, even when the Lakers are up, if they were up 3-0. I would still be like, nope, respect the other team. Mm-hmm. Never let up. Just play like you're down 3-0.
So you got to it's the Kobe mentality. Like Freddie Freeman even said after game 1, we still got 3 to go. You won game 1, cool, but you still have 3 more to go. That's what Kobe's mentality is. Kobe did an interview. I think they were up 2-0 in the finals, and he has that mean mug face, just like, okay, so you guys are up 2-0. How do you... So... Job's not finished.
Job's not finished, guys.
Yeah, job's not finished.
Job's not finished.
But tonight's
going to be lit.
Out the brooms.
Isn't it crazy about baseball that they play so many times? They just play back to back to back to back. They barely have one day off, or even in the regular season, it's just nonstop. They have a day off, and then they'll go 2 games in a row, 3 times in a row sometimes.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I mean.
It's different pitchers. It's not as...
Different pitchers. A lot of you're standing around a lot.
Yeah.
You might be running bases or running for a pop fly, but you're not running on every play.
Yeah, it's understandable. Like
NBA, every play. Football,
okay, let's talk about NBA a little bit, just since you brought that up. I really think we need to get rid of back-to-back games in the NBA. I don't like them.
Well, then they would have to extend the season. Or either extend the season or shorten or take out some games, because Joel Embiid, who plays for the Sixers, had told his coach, somebody, he's not playing in any back-to-back games. He actually hasn't even played, I don't think, in the first 3 games of the season, because he's not injured. It's just because of something. And he just got reamed on inside the NBA of like, what are you doing? You can't do that. I think the NBA is investigating of like, why is he just saying he's going to sit out?
Yeah.
So he's going to play like 41 games this year. He's going to play half the games. He's not going to play a back-to-back. You're making all this money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, don't say it. You know,
If
just don't say it. If you're going to do it, don't say it.
If you're going to play 41 games in the season, then your contract should be half of what you're making this year. Because your contract in half then.
Yeah.
If that's the case, because that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, like totally.
These guys have all they talk about Michael Thompson, and I listen to ESPN radio a lot. They used to fly coach, I think, back in the day. Yeah. All these players. Yeah. And now they fly private. They got all the personal chefs. They got everything they need, and they still don't want to play.
They got trainers. They got
everything, top-notch everything. Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it either, man. Just you're getting all these millions. Where should we segue from here? Because we've talked a lot about your modeling. We talked a lot about your acting. We talked about the Dodgers. But I think we need to bring up something that we talked about the last podcast, episode 10.
Yeah.
That is the Raiders. How's the Raiders doing?
Jeez.
I knew I had to bring it up because Raiders.
Yeah, well, okay. I mean... But, okay, good and bad, obviously. They traded Davante Adams to the Jets, which has been a disaster for the Jets. They're 0-2. The Raiders and Jets have the same record. So
Davante Adams?
Yeah.
He was with the Raiders.
He was with the Raiders.
And he played what? Because I'm not very schooled. So.
He, wide receiver. He played with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay for many years. They were a duo. They know each other. Yada, yada, yada. Seinfeld. And so... he wanted out because when he got traded to the Raiders, Derek Carr was the quarterback. So him and Derek Carr went to college together. And so he's like, yeah, I'll go. That's my college quarterback. Well, they end up trading Carr. They cut him or whatever they did. And so now it's just like, wait a minute, I came here for that. You told me he's going to be here, and now he's gone. So it's just been this and that. And then finally, you know, I guess he was talking about going to either the Saints, where Carr's at now, but Carr got injured. So that kind of like, okay, maybe not there. And then they keep talking about the Jets. And so then they finally trade him to the Jets. I'm watching Pat McAfee in the morning, and they have Aaron Rodgers Tuesday. And who's at Aaron Rodgers' house? Here comes Davante Adams. He's there. He flew in overnight after the trade. He's there, and then everyone's all pumped. Oh, man, they're going to run off 7 wins in a row, and you guys are going to go to the Super Bowl probably, and this is going to be blah, blah, blah. They've lost 2 games in a row since it's a disaster right now in New York.
Wow.
And New York's a huge market.
Yeah.
You can't have a disaster like that over there.
Yeah.
It's bad.
And so the Raiders, who did Raiders get back?
I don't know. They got a draft pick. So basically, I guess it depends on how the Jets do as a team, maybe. I don't know. It's maybe, I think, a 3rd or a 4th round pick. So, but by the time this airs, the trade deadline will be over, and I'm hoping that Max Crosby is not the next one. They're talking about him possibly going to Detroit because the Aiden Hutchinson, he's out for the season with, I think, ACL, whatever it is. He plays the same position, or actually not the same position, but on the defense right there, pass rusher. They can definitely use him, but Mark Davis has said that, no, I'm not trading him, but you call the Raiders and say, hey, I'll give you this, this, and this. Okay, it sounds pretty good. Maybe so, but I hope not. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a disaster. There's no quarterback. That's the problem. There's no quarterback.
I'm happy to say that my Rams are we won 2 in a row.
Yeah.
We're 3-1 at home. That's called the SoFi advantage. I'm pretty sure that's a SoFi Stadium advantage.
Well, it's a lot easier when Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp come back and play and have big games.
And we're coming back. I already called, last episode we did together, I called the Rams winning the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. The Chiefs are going to win, but I'm pretty sure Chiefs are they haven't lost.
No, they just beat the Raiders.
I don't even know. Do our fans? I don't know if our subscribers are like, "Hey, I wanted a movie talk. You guys are sports, but sports is entertainment. We're talking entertainment here. Yeah, this is people like sports.
What do you think brought back the world after 9/11?
Yeah, it was sports. That's right.
Sports.
I remember George Bush. Yeah, he went him through the first pitch.
Yeah, sports was what brought everything back.
Yeah, sports is where it's at. Mm-hmm. As long as a lot of people get a little too crazy about it, but
There's
Yeah,
a guy.
you get crazy.
Well, I mean, I'll yell and scream at the TV.
Oh, yeah, like,
I do
yeah.
that all the time. But last night we were watching the game at a place by our house, and this one guy, he's a Dodger fan, but he was just, it's just like, you know, the guy's drunk, he's ordering shots, drinking beers, you know, he's with his buddies, but he's just like over the top yelling at the TV, you know, you know, there's ways of like cheering for your team,
Yeah,
and ways of like looking bad cheering for your team, and that's
Yeah.
what he was doing.
yeah. I'm a little crazy, you know, in the moment, but I don't get crazy with like jerseys and
Yeah, I don't know that.
and my whole life before I was okay. Like my whole everything I felt inside, my emotions,
Yeah.
through the week. If the Lakers lost, my whole day would be ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Now Lakers lost, change the channel or do something else. Yeah, it's just
It-
as you
it-
get older, hey, what do I? Okay, these guys are millionaires. They're gonna go home and they're happy, and I'm worried about what these millionaires. Remember that movie, A Bronx Tale? I don't know if you
Yeah.
ever saw it, right? Bronx Tale,
Yeah,
where he's like, hey, I can't believe Mickey Mantle when he's a little kid, Calogero. When he's a little kid, he's going to the Sonny, the mafia boss, and he says, yeah, I can't believe Mickey Mantle, so-and-so. And then the Sonny, the mafia boss goes, hey, what do you care about him? You think he cares about you? Something. And the kid was like, yeah, that's true.
But back then, you know, it's funny. But back then, I'm sure Mickey Mantle had a side job in the summertime or in the wintertime, whatever the off season
they
was.
weren't making the same amount
They're
of money.
not making anywhere close to that.
Yeah.
No.
That was a good, underrated movie. A Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale?
It has one of the greatest scenes in, I think, film history. Do you remember the scene? So the biker gang comes into the bar, right?
God, it's been so long.
So there's a part in where this biker gang, 10 bikers, Harleys, park in front of the mafia boss's bar, and they come in, and the bartender refuses to serve them. The mafia boss goes up to them and goes, what's the problem here? He goes, hey, your bartender won't serve us. Hey, these guys look respectable. You know, we just want a couple of beers and we'll be out here. He goes, okay, you guys talk like gentlemen. Serve them the beers. So the guys get the beers and then just ruin the place, spray the bartender with beer and stuff. And then so the mafia boss comes back into the bar, locks the door, and looks at them and says, now yous can't leave. And all of a sudden, like 10 mafia guys come in and beat the crap out of the bikers.
Wow.
The greatest scene in film history, I think. One of the greatest scenes.
Wow. Yeah,
now yous can't leave. And I know there's a lot of people who love that scene.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Look it up, guys.
Yous can't leave.
Now yous can leave.
Not proper English, but it was back then.
Yeah. What was his name? Chaz Palminteri.
I don't even know.
The actor's name, Chaz Palminteri. And that movie, Bronx Tale, was a one-man show by that actor, Chaz. He used to do the whole he'd do every scene and every actor all by himself on a stage. And so Robert De Niro comes in and watches one of his shows. He says, this needs to be a movie.
Oh, wow.
That's how easy it is.
Yeah.
And then the rest is history. Bronx Tale, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's segue.
All right.
Let's talk Hollywood.
Okay.
Anything's going on? You working with Brad Pitt or what?
No, I turned him down actually. I was like, dude, I don't have time for you. It's like, I got better things going on. No, I can't.
Brad Pitt's looking, he's probably like 60 something now.
Yeah, but
It don't matter.
but you know, word on the internet is, you know, get a little facelift, you know.
Yeah, is he doing some stuff?
You can look any age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as he has that beautiful hair. And he's got a great personality. He's a good,
Yeah.
I think he's a good human. If all you could tell from a person from interviews, because that might be all fake, I don't know. But he seems like a genuine good person.
So did you know that he did background work when he first started?
Yeah.
Actually, there was an interview
Yeah.
that him and Leo DiCaprio were doing an interview with somebody, and Brad Pitt was talking how he goes, you know, I used to be a background actor first. And Leo was like, oh, really? Yeah. He goes, and then he mentioned a couple movies that he was in, And they showed, him behind the scenes. And I think one of the movies, I forget what it was, he was a waiter.
Yeah.
And he had to walk to the table and hand champagne, I think, or something to the actress. And he was like, you know what? I need a line, because he knew, any actor that's in the business knows, in order to get your SAG card, you have to, either you're going to get, you have to get your SAG vouchers, or you get a line on set that automatically gets you there, whatever it was. So he knew that. So he decided to create his own line by himself. So he figured it was perfect. He handed the drink, and the lady said, "Oh, thank you. Oh, can I get you anything else?" Cut. And the first AD or what the hell, you don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Because everything's a budget. They keep that. They got to pay him now. And so he got yelled at for that.
Yeah.
So you can't do that. You just can't speak when you want to speak. You're not here for that. You're a background actor. You can't do that.
You do that, you're off the set.
But I heard he got fired from Central Casting.
Oh, right.
Central Casting is like the, I guess, one of the biggest in LA for all the background movies, TV, and stuff like that. I think he was smoking weed. He did something. So when he got fired from them, when he became big, he walked back into Central Casting as Brad Pitt, big actor, during a registration, and just like told everyone off in there.
Yeah.
And said, Central Casting is not doing any of my movies. They are not allowed. I don't want them as a casting for any of my movies for the background.
Good.
So yeah.
Hey, that's why I'm nice to everybody.
Yeah, because you never know.
I'm seriously. I'm like, it's my motto in life is to. You never know where that person, and you don't want to do things because you have ulterior motives. Oh, maybe one day they might be a star. So you don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
You never know. Like you fired somebody because of this or that, and all of a sudden one day they, like I don't do that unless somebody does something so egregious that on moral ethic grounds you have to be like, hey, I can't be part of that. But yeah, try to be nice to everybody, because I don't know, you might say no to the next Brad Pitt.
I'm sure there's times when there's people when you're out eating, and let's say you're in Hollywood on Sunset or something like that eating. You could be sitting next to someone that is very big, but you don't know them because they're not a big, huge movie star.
Yeah.
But they're probably bigger than that movie star because they could be a director or producer, and or a cast. You don't have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
And some they always say the right place, right time. So you always have to be cordial, because a lot of times when people, especially nowadays, it's like they see someone, an actor that's famous or whatever. Oh yeah, there'll be a yes man for them, whatever they want. Yeah, yes. But they see someone else come up to you and say, hey, can I buy you a drink? Yeah, no, I'm fine. That person right there could have probably made your career and you had no idea. Yeah. But the fact is you treated him like a nobody. If you treat him like everybody else, that's how you should do. You should treat everybody
equal, because you never know like who you're sitting next to.
You never know.
And there's thousands of stories like this.
Yeah.
Thousands. You can go on you can go to every single Hollywood actor, famous person, could be a politician, it could be anything. And somebody out there doubted them, treated them like shit when they were coming up. Mm-hmm. You could take any of them. Even like Shaq has stories of basketball, famous basketball stars. When he was a kid, you'd go up to them and he'd try to get an autograph, and they'd say no.
Well, do you know what he did with David Robinson?
David Robinson, right?
That was just to motivate himself. Yeah. That turned out not to be true.
Not even true.
It wasn't true, but he used it for his whole NBA career.
Yeah, and he kept repeating that.
Yeah.
And I've met Shaq. It's funny, Shaq always was around LA when he was a Laker.
Yeah,
he was always out, and I probably haven't bumped into a celebrity or a celeb or whatever, more than Shaq. When I was in the early 2000s, when he first came to LA, mm-hmm. I bumped into him all the time, because I'd always go out at night. I'd go to like bars, clubs, nice restaurants and stuff back then, and I'd just randomly be seeing him. Like I'd go to Cheesecake Factory or something, or I'd go to a bar. Or I'd go to like Jerry's Deli. You remember Jerry's Deli? Jerry's Deli, like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, at the one in there's one in Westwood, and he would be there. They would reserve the upper. There was an upper level. He'd always be sitting in the upper level, and I'd always go there, and I'd hang out in Westwood, mm-hmm. and And after hours, we would go to Jerry's Deli. And Shaq's car, you could see at a Ford Expedition with a Superman logo.
Oh, yeah.
Shaq's here again.
Yeah.
And you'd always be nice.
Yeah.
You'd go up to him anytime. He would take time and talk to you. Mm-hmm. Nicest person.
He buys people gifts. Like he'll walk into a Target or Walmart and he'll pay people's bills, you know, just do whatever. The guy owns like, I think he got his business savvy from Magic. He said that because Magic Johnson owns everything also.
Everything, yeah.
And so I think he basically maybe sat down with him, did something, but he took that, and Shaq is part of everything.
Yeah.
He owns everything. So that's why they make fun of him on Inside the NBA during Christmas when he gives gifts out. They're like, is this another one of your companies?
Yeah.
You know, it's free. You know, you didn't pay
Shaq's
for
a nice
this.
guy. He's got some weird takes, but I think he's just trying to, I don't know if he's got weird takes. He just wants to be
big.
abrasive. He wants to be controversial. Yeah, I don't think he's got, because you can see he's got a lot of beef with a lot of people. Like
Shaq does?
Yeah, Shaq. He'll create.
Well,
Let's say, okay, like Anthony Davis, right, isn't running down the court. You got to get up and down. He's just gonna just be honest.
Well,
his opinion.
that's just doing his job.
He's doing his job, but he'll put a little.
Well, he had
a little thing on it.
He had a thing with Dwight Howard, I think, for the longest time.
Dwight Howard, those kind of things, like where he'll be like, "Oh yeah, you stole my Superman name."
Yeah.
The little petty things, but I think those things he doesn't. If him and Dwight met each other, they'd probably like just hanging out.
Or JaVale McGee was the big one.
Yeah.
Inside the NBA would just
Shaqtin'
the Fool would be just JaVale McGee was number one every week. Always something that he would do. And I got pissed at him, I think, you know, just like, dude, stop, you know. It's just, I don't know what the beef was between them, but all the time it was just like JaVale McGee is on Shaqtin' a Fool every week.
Yeah,
so crazy.
Shaqtin' a Fool. I like Shaqtin'. Shaqtin' a Fool. Shaqtin' a Fool.
Shaqtin' a Fool.
Wait, is TNT done now? Is Inside the NBA done?
No, it's on. This is the last season.
That's it.
Unless something happens and they renegotiate. I don't know how. I think I don't know who bought them. I don't know how that works.
It's like NBC now or something.
Amazon maybe.
Well,
NBC,
I'm kind of happy
Amazon?
to see it go, honestly. It's good. It's fun, but it's not really basketball analysis. It's not boring. Sure, they're trying to be entertainment, but I don't really, to be honest, I don't really value their basketball input. Yeah,
Really?
It's controversial. It's entertainment.
Yeah, it's entertainment
It's
for
more
sure.
entertainment. I like the boring ESPN real basketball analysis. You see, he made the cut there, and Shaq's just you got to play hard. You know, you got to. It's more entertainment. Now I know that Charles Barkley is going to come up with something.
Barbecue chicken.
It's more entertainment. If you take it as an entertainment show, sure, but it's not.
The tweets are part of the entertainment.
Yeah, and then people are tweeting like videos of them and stuff.
Yeah, that's part of the entertainment.
I personally like the boring library.
Okay,
stuff.
so then let me ask you a question on this one: First Take or Pat McAfee?
I'm a first taker. I like that much better. I think Pat. I know you're a big fan of Pat.
Yeah.
A little like he's out there. He's loud. I like it. It's not bad, but I like First Take.
Yeah, I haven't watched First Take in a while. Even though McAfee's on 2 hours later, I used to watch First Take all the time.
Yeah.
And then McAfee came on and he just created his own set of rules with ESPN and they just let him go and do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Because his thing runs on YouTube and on ESPN. I think ESPN is from 10 to 11. YouTube is 9 to 10 and 11 to 12, I think it is maybe. So they're just talking, cussing up a storm on, ESPN. I mean, on YouTube. ESPN, I think they get away with some stuff. I mean, they sent him to Ireland to do a football game over there, college football, and they got wasted. He was wasted in there. And ESPN, they had to know what's going to happen, but it's just who he is.
Yeah.
That's probably why they hired him to begin with, because he was big on YouTube. And they saw that. It's a complete change from Stephen A. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Screaming A.
Yeah, Screaming A.
I think that I'm going to change this show. I'm going to be loud, and I'm going to talk crap about everybody. Watch, all of a sudden subscriber
Drama.
count goes. You know what?
You need drama.
Michael Jordan is not even in the top 10 of all great NBA players. He's not even in the top 20 as far as I'm concerned. Okay, everybody? Now, we have a lot of great players. Kobe Bryant, number one. I mean, I don't know. Michael Jordan's not even in the same league as Kobe Bryant, everybody.
So this morning, my girlfriend, we were talking, and she wanted to use a quote that she saw with LeBron and his son. They interviewed his son after the first game he played together. And he had some quote, I don't know, I forget what it was. And she wanted to use that and talk about how, okay, well, LeBron is better than Kobe. I'm like, don't you ever say LeBron is better than Kobe. Kobe has 5 championships. LeBron is, I think, 3 or 4, maybe. I think 3. I don't even know what it is, but not even close.
You don't think they're close?
No. Kobe, as far as Lakers?
Oh,
no.
Lakers?
No.
Yeah, no.
Kobe played his whole career here. There's not even a question.
As far as Lakers. But you think as a basketball, they're pretty even. As far as just total basketball career.
It depends what they rate it on. Because everything is rated on how much you win. That's why on TNT, Shaq and Kenny,
rings.
I got rings.
See, that's where I look at them and I go, okay, it's not all about rings. You have to be at the right place at the right time. You have to.
But it is compared to like some people getting rings. Okay, let's say like Eli Manning. If he didn't have any Super Bowl rings, would he be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. So
you need the rings. The rings validate you to put you to that next level.
I think like you take Karl Malone and John Stockton, they probably would have had multiple rings if it wasn't for that one Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So Charles Barkley, like never won. But I think rings are important. But at the same time, when you were just talking to individual great players, sure, I'll give them a little extra points for having rings. But if you don't have rings, if you're great enough, you're going to win no matter what. Like Shaq was not going to be denied.
No.
Kobe was never going to be denied. So if you got denied, you sucked.
But also too, Malone, Stockton, Barkley, all of them are like top 75 basketball players of all time anyway.
Yeah. I always look at those players that had it easy because, like somebody like Michael Jordan has taken all that attention.
Yeah.
So you got to make those open threes. Mm-hmm. I would freak out because, if I'm open, it's harder.
But that's your job.
That's your job. But
that's your job. Your only job is to get yourself open, get to your spot, and knock down a 3.
Yeah.
And that's what Jordan did when he trusted Steve Kerr to knock down a 3 in the finals.
Yeah.
Kobe did the same thing with Ron Artest.
That one.
He hit that 3 against Boston, even though I was even watching the game going, no, shoot. Then yes. He made it. So you're good.
Yeah,
just Kobe was having off night.
And Boston got one extra on us. Now the Lakers are going to have to win this season.
Yeah. Well, they're 3-1 right now.
3-1. We shouldn't have lost the last game. JJ Redick, I never doubted you.
He's
doing good.
They said that he coaches everywhere. The car wash. He was at the car. I forgot who saw him at the car wash. I always wonder, how do these people run into each other? When you hear these stories of like, so I just ran into Socha at the airport. Oh, I ran to the grocery store. What grocery stores and airports do these people go to?
Erewhon.
You got to go to Erewhon for this, probably, yeah. But yeah, he was at the car wash on his iPad as they're doing his car, reviewing tape.
Oh yeah,
he's like a nutcase.
He's always thinking about plays.
He's a nutcase with it.
Yeah, see, our last coach, Darvin Ham, we called him Pockets. I don't know if you ever on forums and stuff, Laker forums.
Oh, wow, no.
They call him Pockets because he'd always have his hands in his pockets. And people were like, "Dude, call a timeout, man." No, I'm holding these timeouts for the end, because he was holding timeouts so he could rest LeBron at the end of the games. And he'd always, if you watch any pictures of him, he's always had his hands in the pockets.
Well, JJ Redick has already made more in-game adjustments in the first few games that Darvin Ham did in 2 years.
Yeah.
And they were talking how Darvin Ham would start certain players and be like, why? Like JJ Redick, I guess, plays 9 players only. That's all he plays right now. Yeah. It's 9 players.
Playoffs, yeah.
He has a whole different mentality. They should have won last night, but still they're 3-1. They're on the road. I guess LeBron was sick. I had some kind of sinus thing. So they're off today, and then they play at Cleveland tomorrow.
So you're a big Lakers guy.
Oh yeah,
You are.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you're an LA guy. So
Yeah.
I mean, I would think so. I just thought you were just more into both. You like all the teams.
Yeah. So the Craig Hodges shirt is because a buddy of mine, he actually saw, so I like to take shirts. I go to thrift stores. I'll buy T-shirts and I'll cut them up.
Yeah.
Whatever I do, the bottom, whatever it is, I'll just try to make it my own. And so he saw me doing that on my stories, and he goes, "Dude, I got some shirts for you. Go ahead and just do what you want with them." So he gave me some, and then this was one of them.
So you just cut like right here,
It just
and then
depends.
they just roll. They just do the natural
There's
roll.
two things this one's higher. So there are times when I will cut, if you look at your arm sleeve right now,
Yeah.
you see where you have this much space where it has like the
ham or whatever you call it.
yeah,
The little stitching.
I cut around there sometimes, and I'll just like go like this and roll it up like that.
It just automatically just rolls itself.
Yeah, it'll automatically do it.
Can I copy this style? Can I copy you?
Yeah, you can.
I'll be like,
I copied somebody else.
hey, it's the DiBella look.
It's the DiBella look, and that's what I do with all these shirts. And so that's what I did with this one.
Patent it, man.
I think
You have your own. Yeah, nobody knows you stole it from somebody else.
I don't know.
I didn't know. I thought you invented it. See,
Yeah.
Most
I'm the
people aren't
inventor.
going to know.
Trademark it.
I'm trying to look for new businesses right now. I'm trying to get into like all kinds of different things, because I've always had the entrepreneurial thing. I always wanted to just find a new business. I'm always trying to find a new business. It's not great, always trying to like find new streams of income, but it's fun. You just figure stuff out.
So do you remember the beanie caps?
Like we had a stage, like you're talking about like fashion.
No. So basically I thought of something way back when of a hat with a beanie over it. So you have the brim of the hat.
Oh, wait, right. And
there.
it's a beanie on top.
It's a beanie on top. It's a beanie hat. And I thought about it. And then obviously I didn't have the resources, the money for, to do something like that. And obviously someone did. They were popular for a bit. I mean, you don't see them anymore. But whoever had that idea back then probably made a lot of money.
Somebody made it. So somebody ended up making it. You thought of it first. I think you should get like royalties.
Yeah.
Like it's not fair.
Have
you ever had things that you thought of and then years later like that? I've had a lot of things like that happen. Before you say yours, I know you probably have more. The movie What Women Want, where Mel Gibson could read women's thoughts.
Okay.
Like he's standing next to a woman. She's thinking something. You've seen that. I don't know if you've seen it, but Mel Gibson could read women's minds.
Okay.
So 5 or 6 years before that, I said, it'd be really cool as a movie where a guy goes around and he could read women's minds.
Did you write it though?
I wrote down the synopsis of what happened. And
was Mel Gibson the actor for you?
No, not Mel Gibson,
Okay.
but I thought of the idea. I'm sure a lot of people have thought of this idea. It's not like that. But like a couple years later, all of a sudden this movie comes out. I was so pissed. I was like, did I tell it to somebody? Or no, I don't know.
That's a little bit different because you could have wrote that yourself and tried to sell it to a studio.
Yeah.
Mine would have been, I would have to go out to somewhere in downtown LA and buy material, just buy a hat and a beanie, put it together, have someone sew it together and wear it, and then, do that.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people do. I mean, that's how people start companies with T-shirts and stuff. T-shirts are probably the easiest.
Yeah.
You just throw a name on it and then you're good.
Yeah. And nowadays you could just have another company that's printing them and just sell them.
Amazon does that.
Yeah. You could have a whole T-shirt business with just your phone. You don't even need anything but a phone now. You could have like a big business, even though it's overly saturated, and good luck because everybody's doing it. But
you can do that. So I had a guy that, way back when, this guy hit me up. He lived I'd always get hit up about, followers and stuff like that and whatever. And it's always these people from these other countries that would hit you up, scammers, obviously, buy these followers. Dude, I had someone send me a direct message and saying, I can get you 10,000 followers right now. I'm like, what? He goes, go look at your followers. he legit put 10,000 followers on it. I don't know how he
on
did.
your Instagram?
On my Instagram. This was probably like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. But I was wondering, like, how the hell did this guy just do this right now?
Yeah.
And he took it back, he took it off, but I was like, wait a minute, that's the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, how do you have access to that?
He took them off?
Yeah. Because
How could he have that power?
I have no idea. He showed me that
What's going on?
He showed me, he goes, go look at your followers right now. I just added 10,000 followers. I'm like, whoa, that is crazy. And there was this guy that was from Boston, and he was using some kind of software. This was on my old account that I had. And he was using this software to where it was all organic people, but you would put it in a, I think they still do it now. I don't know, but you give them keywords, you give them Instagrams that you follow. So it finds people in the demographic, the things that you like, tattoos, vintage, sports, whatever it is. So those people will see it. And what his software would do is it would follow all those accounts and then unfollow them. It would do it every month, just like that.
Yeah.
At the time, you were allowed to follow, I think up to 5,000 a day or 5,000 a month or whatever it was. And it actually worked. But on the flip side of that, he had told me about Amazon and about t-shirts. One of the things I like to do is put quotes on t-shirts, and I wear them to the gym. So I'd buy a t-shirt from H&M and chop the sleeves off, go to one of those little kiosks in the mall and put my quotes on it. And so I do that. And then I had one and I told him about it, but Amazon said no. They were like, no, we can't do that.
They didn't like the quotes?
They didn't like it.
They let all kinds of crap in, and then little things.
They didn't like it at all.
My friend was having problems with that too. He's trying to sell things on Amazon or make video. They have those videos when you see a product.
Yeah.
So one of my buddies is like making these videos they're beautiful videos. They're perfect. You do a product demonstration. So you'll buy a product and they'll pay you or whatever percentage. And he's making these beautiful videos showing how the product, and they're perfect. Here's the product.
Yeah.
Here's how you use it. But denied for whatever reason. They don't even talk to you, tell you why. And then he'll do another one and then denied for.
Really?
They have like these, like, who's making these decisions? Is it an AI bot that is denying it because it found a certain, I don't know. There's all kinds of weirdness. We are slaves to the algorithm. Mm-hmm. This video, our last podcast we did together, something snapped with the algorithm. I don't know what it was. It saw gorgeous dudes, I think okay, you are, not me. But who knows? Like something happens with it's like one dude in like some closet that's controlling everything.
But also too, for you only to use YouTube for it.
Yeah.
That means everything has got to be organic on there for people to see. You're not promoting it on Instagram, TikTok. That's what you should do.
Yeah. I'm doing a little bit of Instagram now. I just started.
Okay.
I actually put one of yours up. I didn't tag you, but I hope you don't hate me for that.
Yeah. Wait, you got to tag me. But I would do a TikTok also.
TikTok.
Do both.
Yeah.
Because that is where that's how you get these people to have, you just started this 2.2. That's not bad for no promotion at all.
No promotion.
No nothing.
Yeah. And
it's just all
I'm
people
scared
that
of
watch
TikTok. I'm scared. I'm like, I don't trust it. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know how to use it. My neighbors, so I had these neighbors that had to move to London. He worked for TikTok, and he got a job offer to where he had to move to London for a year, and then after that, they go to Germany for a year, and then he can come back here. But they're in London right now. But he works for TikTok, and I remember telling him, like, I just don't understand it. I have it, but I just...
You post on there?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
I had a couple of things. So me and my girlfriend were at Nobu in Malibu and decided to take a video of me holding some whiskey or whatever and just walking, sitting down, taking a sip. So I decided to put Justin Timberlake's Sexy Back on as the song. and woke up in the morning and I'm like, what the hell just happened here? It had like 10,000 views. I'm like, what is going on here?
This is on your video.
On my TikTok. And I was like, whoa, it just happened overnight. So I have a couple other, well, no, that's the best one. I think it has like 60,000 views or whatever it is.
Damn.
And I have a couple other ones that are pretty decent, but I don't know. I really don't understand how it works because your audience is different for every video. Mm-hmm. You could post the same thing, different people will see it.
Yeah. So
that's the thing I guess they said about TikTok is you can post different things, or you can post the same thing, but different people see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm doing so. I'm right now our podcast. I'm doing YouTube, obviously.
Yeah.
We're on Spotify. I don't know if you do that. Your last episode is on Spotify.
Oh, nice.
So if you just look up HYPNOPOD, everybody on Spotify, we're on there too. If you just want actually it's audio and video. So Spotify has video now. I'm not
they
sure.
do. I didn't know that. Okay.
So our videos are all up. Okay. And not the highest quality over there, which is fine because most people, but it's good to be on Spotify. So I just got our Instagram going, and it's kind of like bare bones right now.
Well, yeah, because,
it's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, but you need to, what you should do with these are the clips.
Yeah.
Put the clips into Reels.
Yeah.
Reels are what will help grow. So when I got my Instagram got hacked a few years ago, and I had to create a new one. And a friend of mine, she was telling me, she goes, you need to do Reels. Reels are what grow. The pictures really don't do anything anymore. It's the Reels. So I was doing Reels. I was doing these stupid like things. I would do stuff in the morning with my tea. Everything's about a background. So where we're at, I do it inside of our place by the windows right behind me, our balcony, and overlooks downtown LA. And I do it, and I would put on Kanye's Good Morning or whatever it is. Just hold up a glass of tea with overalls and no shirt, and it blew up. And it helped me get followers. So that's what I did, but it's all through the Reels. Yeah. So the pictures are hit and miss, but it's the Reels that boost everything up.
I'm trying to find a good program, maybe you know one, that automatically captions what you're saying.
Well,
there's a bunch. I tried a couple, but they were just free accounts, and I ran out of my...
What, the AI accounts?
It's like
ChatGPT or something?
It's like... no, it's more... It's like you'll put up your video, and then it'll automatically cut Reels for you, and caption it. Like it'll caption what you're saying in the middle of the video so people could read.
Are you talking about the captions?
Yeah, it auto captions for you, and then it'll change things around for you.
So yeah, I use that all the time.
Yeah. What program? Do you have a program?
No program. Use that. You just use it through Instagram.
How do you?
So what?
Is there a way for it to caption what you're saying though?
Yeah, I put captions on. I'll show you when we're done.
It's in the video. It's burned in.
It's in the video. Because a lot of people watch stuff. Me personally too, with no sound.
Yeah.
A lot of times I don't put the sound on. Yeah. So that's why I need the captions. You can see what they're saying.
Oh, I didn't know you could do this on Instagram directly. Yes. You don't need another program.
No. You can do this directly on Instagram. And
blown away.
Yeah. Trust me. I mean, when it comes to like all this programming and stuff like that, I was clueless.
Yeah.
2020 hit. I remember my agent was telling me, or sending an email to everyone going, okay, guys, get yourself a tripod and a couple lights and a backdrop because you guys are going to be filming your own auditions. Wait, what? Film my own auditions?
Self-tape time.
I'm like, okay, what is this? And I was able to, and I remember even watching my first videos that I did were horrible. I didn't know that you need a solid background.
Yeah.
You don't need a mess.
Yeah.
You just don't, because then it distracts from you. They want to see you. They don't want to see everything behind you.
Yeah.
So it took a while for that. Once I got my backdrop, I'm like, okay, this is way cleaner. But the other problem was, how do I put these videos together? And so then I remember at the time I had a Android, green text.
We're Androiders here. I'm Androider.
Well, no, I'm on my phone. Yeah, I had to go iPhone, or else I was gonna be single. But so I went over to the Samsung store, and I asked him. I said, "How do I put these all together in one clip?" And so he showed me, and then I was like, okay. So then once I am taught how to do something, it's easy for me. I just have to see someone do it. And so then it was easy. But then when I got the iPhone, now it's easy. I use iMovie for all. A lot of people use CapCut, but I use iMovie. So it's easy now. Now it's just dialed in. But there are still some things that I don't know how to do. Like I don't know how to put a whole video together.
Yeah.
I had to shoot my own UGC, which is the user generated content.
Yeah.
And they had asked me, can you put? I said honestly, no. I could shoot everything, but I don't know how to, do all that stuff. Because I said, anytime I do stuff like that, someone else is shooting it. I rarely shoot it myself. I said, I can shoot it myself all raw. I could do the voiceovers, everything, but I would prefer sending it all to you guys, and you guys can edit it the way you want it.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. And she hit me back this morning, and was like, everything looks great. You did great. The voiceovers are great. Everything was natural, this and that. Cool. I'll still do it. But I'm not confident in the editing because I don't know how to do that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could learn, but it's
editing is torture.
Yeah.
When I edit these, the easy part is the talking right here and the filming. The editing part, you would think is just BA. It's easy. Just throw it on there, but it's tough because I do it on the desktop. Like I do on.
Oh, so you don't do it because you have three phones right there.
They're all separate right now.
Yeah.
I have to take all the files, throw them onto
different.
And
that's
then and the audio is separate.
Oh, you have this too.
So you have to sync all the audio with the 3 different videos. You have to sync them all together. That's why I do that.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's how we droop.
Yeah.
So I have to constantly have my headroom stay the same.
Oh.
So even though a lot of people won't notice it because I gradually lower and I have to take the video up and down so the head stays
the same.
Otherwise, there's going to be this much headroom
it's
in
too
the
much.
beginning. And so there's little things like that, and you have to color it because all these cameras see white differently.
Oh.
So you have to tell it what is white, and there's all these little things, and you have to cut this and that. Intros, dipping into it takes a good day or two to edit.
Honestly, when she sent me all the stuff, because she sent me 2 concepts, and she goes, okay, I'm looking at this like, what are the cards? What's this? And I had to sit there and say, okay, hold on. It looks like a lot right here. Let me read each one and see what it says. So I read it a few times, and I'm like, okay, this seems actually a little bit easier than I thought. Because she asked about the green screen.
Yeah.
To where they're gonna, I had to shoot the videos myself, and against just a white wall because they're gonna green screen that. And it's getting those products of like, so if you do that, whatever,
Yeah.
So I had to shoot that, against the white wall, and they're going to take first, I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to take my video and head out and put it on theirs and do everything when they do the edit. But originally I'm looking at this like, oh my God, this is like, I don't know how to do this stuff. This seems like too much for me.
Yeah.
But then once I settled down, it's great. Then I got positive feedback from her on it. So now I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the next one. But, I still wouldn't do the edit. I don't.
The editing is not fun.
I would let them do it and go ahead and have fun with it.
I don't envy editors because I don't like sitting down in one spot too long, and you have to sit there, and you start it starts taking a physical toll on you editing.
Well, because you're probably looking at everything and like, okay, this is, no, I don't like that. Because if you look at something too long, you'll find something wrong with it. So not good.
So, all right, everybody, we are back after a short little break. You're going to notice some different things here. We're trying some different things, different angles and different lighting. This is part of the podcast making process. Good to get these things fixed in the early stages before you have 100 million subscribers and get to Joe Rogan. See, okay, so I'm watching. I don't like Joe. I'm not a Joe Rogan fan, honestly, personally.
Okay,
but I do respect him as a podcaster. Mm-hmm. So I watched a couple of his episodes just to see what he does, and he's really good. And the reason he's good is he's not an interviewer. He's a conversationalist.
Yes.
Which is, I like it.
He doesn't do questions. He won't, he does things the way he wants to do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want you, if you have to give him questions that you can ask or cannot ask, he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
He has to do it to where he wants to do it, or else not going to do it at all.
Yeah, and I like that. I'm the same. I don't like the over preparation.
Yeah.
I like having a conversation with people, and hey, how was your drive here from Arts District? You're in Arts District.
Yeah.
Did we talk about 82?
Bar 82?
Yeah.
The arcade?
82 arcade?
Arcade? No, I don't think so. I love
You
that
ever
place.
go there?
Oh, yeah.
I'm there all the time.
Are you?
Yeah.
That place is cool.
It's my spot.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I told you I was a pinball? I'm a pinball nerd.
Okay, so that makes
I'm a pinball
sense.
nerd, yeah.
So you're on the pinball side.
I'm only on the pinball side.
I'm on the Street Fighter side.
Oh, really?
And Pac-Man side.
Oh, well, I never even touched any of the regular arcade games. I only play the pinballs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how many barcades are like, and it's so funny. Like it's very Arts District.
Yeah.
You got a DJ, you got a bar, and you got old school 80s pinball and video games.
Yeah.
And they only cost a quarter.
Yeah. And even their pinballs are 50 cents, which is really reasonable these days, especially for a lot of their new machines. They have a lot of the pro versions of the pinballs, which are the consumer level. They're not they have 3 versions of most pinballs now. They have the lower, but 50 cents is still good. Is good. I mean, you want people to buy alcohol. Mm-hmm. That's where your money's coming out. So you make them $1, people aren't going to want to come over.
Exactly. And it's a cool spot. It's cool vibe, cool energy.
Cool vibe. And I like getting the guy, he checks you for weapons and stuff. I like that. It's really, what do they call it?
Oh, yeah.
But he lets me in now. He knows me now. So he's like, I'm just kidding.
We take a scooter there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We should meet up there sometime. We'll challenge. We'll do double date or something.
Well, if you're a pinball champion, I'm going to lose real quick.
Oh, you'll definitely, you got no chance against me. No, I'm not that great. I also go to, there's a spot. Oh, also there, you probably know the Taberu. It's a Japanese, it's really close to 82, maybe like 1 block from it. Taberu, Izakaya Taberu. They have meat and stuff on a stick. So
I'm guessing that's across Alameda into Little Tokyo.
Yeah, towards Little Tokyo. What's that big street? What's that?
Because that's Alameda.
So it's really close to 82. Like
so where 82 is on 4th place, I believe.
Yeah.
And Alameda is right there on the corner.
Yeah.
If you cross over Alameda, that takes you into, I think, is Little Tokyo.
It's on the side of.
Is it still in the Arts District?
Yeah. It's
is it around the corner?
No, it's
maybe?
like literally like 1 minute walk.
Oh.
From 82. You go around the corner right here.
Okay.
It's there.
Oh, okay.
It's called the Taberu. I've
never been there, but
Taberu Izakaya. It's so good. It's so good. I'm not even a food person. I'm not like, oh, it's so good. You have to go. It's really good because they have all this food on the stick. And if you go there on any weeknight, it's never packed.
I was always living in the Arts District. Has made my palate go up here.
Yeah.
But also on the flip side, has made my wallet go down here.
Because you go out every night.
Is
man.
expensive in the Arts District.
Oh, yeah.
But great food.
And I love graffiti and stuff on the walls here and there, And
the pairings they have with stuff that I would never even think, like strawberries with like scallops and strawberries at Bestia. Yeah. They have this celery stick over at Bavel, which is like, you think it's just a piece of celery. No, they make it all fancy.
There's a lot of cool stuff there,
man. Girl on the Goat is great too. The pork shank is great. A Girl on the Goat. We love all those places. And Zink's Cafe is good too. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Have you been to Zink's?
I don't think so. I walked by it.
Zink's it's an outside. They have a great outside patio. They just changed their menu. They changed owners, I think, or somebody, because they didn't have meat before. Everything was like, I would get their meatloaf, but it was like the black bean. It was made with like rice and black beans and stuff like that. It was still good. But now when we went I was looking, I'm like, oh, shrimp tacos. I'm like, I said, but it's not real shrimp, right? No, it is. I'm like, really? Because yeah, we changed owners and everything is meat. And I'm like, oh, and it was good.
It's way better now.
Why? Oh yeah, it was so good.
It's one of the underrated. I got to check that place out.
Zinks is really good. Yeah,
a lot of cool spots there. So Arts District is one of the underrated spots of LA. Where let's keep it secret.
Very up and coming.
Yeah, it's really a cool spot, and it's still not very accessible to like a lot of people. You won't see people from the valley going all. It's no. You live there. It's all locals. It feels very local.
But they used to have a lot of events there. There was a place right across the street from us called Void LA. That these 3 guys bought the building.
Yeah.
And there was events there every weekend.
Yeah. Art shows.
They got shut down because they were throwing after hour parties there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And they shut it because we were complaining. We're like 5 a.m. Boom, boom, boom. Like, what the hell is this? And so I think they got shut down. And obviously, I think they're trying to sell it or whatever they do because that's a great space. I'm surprised they don't shoot there. Like just like print shoots or commercials. Rent it out for that because it's a huge space. But anytime I tell somebody that I'm in the Arts District, oh wow, really? It's just their eyes light up like, wow, that's a cool area. And it's not downtown LA. They always like, oh, downtown. No. Downtown LA is downtown LA.
Yeah.
We are on the outskirts of it. We are our own little community, the Arts District. And those restaurants that I mentioned, Bestia, Growing the Goat, Pavel, if you look, those are in the top 10 of restaurants in LA.
Yeah.
And also there's another one, I think it's called the Factory Kitchen. And there's a gun club right by us too, walking distance. The Factory Kitchen is a Michelin star.
Oh no, really?
So that's pretty rare to get one of those. So that's right by us too.
It's called Factory Kitchen.
I think it's called the Factory Kitchen.
Wow, I gotta check it out. Lots to explore there.
So much stuff over
there. I
love
the nightlife there, just walking around. It's very European feeling.
You ever go to right across the street from Barty 2 is Let's Go Disco.
Yeah.
You been there?
I've seen it. No, I haven't been there,
but
it's
pretty cool too. Yeah? All 70s.
It's not disco. Open late. Or is it?
No, it is. It's open normal hours.
Oh, okay, because I always look at it and go, oh, I never see people standing around. Because I always go to like 82 late. I go there at like midnight.
Okay.
And because I don't, plus I never go there on a Friday or Saturday because it's way too packed.
Yeah.
What's the point of like, I don't want
you don't like sardines in there.
I only go out Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
Sundays.
Like the celebrities.
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You won't ever go see me going out on a Friday or Saturday. I don't like any crowds. I don't want anybody crowding me. I don't want any restaurants full of people that I have to talk over.
Oh yeah,
I want it.
That's definitely
I want to feel like I'm the only person in LA, and that is a Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesdays are the best.
Well, the places by us are closed on Mondays.
Yeah, a lot of the places.
There's a few places closed on Mondays by us. I don't know why. They're not barbershops. I don't know.
It's like the one day. So I looked this up.
Why is that?
So a lot of restaurants. Monday is the slowest day usually. And so they're always open 7 days a week.
Okay.
And they've all decided, and this happens in K-Town here. So I'm near K-Town. I'm on the outskirts. And Mondays, everything's closed. And so I looked it up, and it's because Monday is usually the least amount of business, and they're like, let's just give that one. That's our one day off. So they all close. The Monday come to K-Town. Right here on Western and go find a restaurant or something that's open on this Monday.
So not even a Korean barbecue's open?
Korean barbecues are like, nah, we're good. We're going to go open Mondays. But some of the Korean barbecues are also closed, but the major big ones. So we have a new one right here that had burned down and closed for a year, and they just reopened. And it's got a buffet Korean barbecue.
Oh, I've been to those, yeah.
You pick your meats.
Have you been to Gen?
Jinju?
No, Gen.
Gen. No.
I don't know if it's in K-Town, but I know there's one in Torrance. Forget where else. That one's pretty good too.
Gen.
Gen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Check it out. There's the one right here. It's called Jinju, JIN-JU.
Oh, Jinju. Oh, okay.
So it's right here in this little strip mall, but you go in there and you look at the menu and it's like the least expensive thing is like $44 for.
So it's not all you could eat.
All you could eat.
Oh, okay.
But it might not even be all you could eat.
Okay.
And it's $44 and it goes up to like 80, 90, 120. I'm like, well, why is it? And then you look in the back, it's this nice older lady, like a grandma, making all the little things. So it's like that because it's like an authentic, you want a home feeling KBBQ. Mm-hmm. This is the place. And it's the greatest cuts of meat. I don't even know this stuff, but like you could tell and taste the difference.
You can tell. Those are usually places that are like very authentic, very mom and pop. Mm-hmm. Those are usually the best food.
Yeah. And it's this older lady in the back all by herself, cutting all the little, those little dishes they bring you. She's all by herself doing it. There's nobody else back there.
Wow.
Just her. Huh. It's really cute. And that's why they have their prices up. It's never packed in there because, it's the way they like to have it. But they just opened the sushi spot near there. And I'm like, yeah, I have sushi by my house now. And I was so happy, right? I don't have to like drive anywhere to go eat sushi. Uh-huh. But these guys, the cheapest roll they have there is like $22. Damn. Like, come on. You're not going to, I'm not going to say their name, but you're not going to stay in business, man. At $22 a roll, and then you're looking at tip and you get some sake or something, you're not getting out of there like $150.
Yeah, they just opened up a restaurant right by us too called Camilla. And it is French and Japanese. And they are packed every night. And valet is $16.
Just the valet?
Just the valet. And they are packed every night they're open.
Packed.
Small place, but they are packed. They are definitely making their money. Called Camilla.
Yeah. And how many months?
Oh, it's only been open like a few months.
A few months, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new hot thing.
I guess. We went there once when it first opened. But yeah, every time we walk by there, always people there.
Yeah. I always wondered, like, the restaurant business is tough. It's tough.
Yeah. You
tough
have
sustaining.
Because there is a place right across the street from us called House of Coquette. Mm-hmm. And they're French. So French food is excellent, but they're never busy. The only time they're busy.
It's my kind of spot.
Yeah, that's perfect then. The only time they are busy is when they have events there. They have like speed dating and stuff like that there.
Oh, right, yeah.
But but the whole place is over 13,000 square feet. So it's not only the restaurant in the front. They have to rent the whole spot out. So you have a speakeasy with a bar right there, a huge event space. And then you have a WeWork in the back. You can do podcasts in there.
Oh, wow. WeWork, too. There's still WeWork? I thought they all went out of business.
It's like a WeWork type thing.
Oh, it's like a WeWork type of thing.
Yeah.
Are they still... Is there WeWork? You know if there's...
I don't know. We have one by us, I think. But I don't know how they stay open. They've been open for probably over a year now. And the rent has got to be outrageous. Unless they're having weddings there, for that. I'm like, how's... But the other place that just opened, which is French and Japanese, busy every night.
Busy every night.
And I don't get it because House of the Kid their food is excellent. Every time you go, they're excellent, but there's just no one there. I don't know why.
They're made for me. I like nobody to be in there, but then I know that the business is not going to last long because
unless how do you afford it?
Well, it could be just some rich guy who's like
from France.
He's got so much money. He's like, he could burn it. He don't care. He's just living his dream.
Maybe. That's what we're thinking because like the rent for something like that is got to be expensive in the arts district.
Oh yeah. That's what I'd be doing. If I had
13,000 square feet, that's a lot. That's pretty big.
Oh wow. That's huge.
Yeah.
If I had that kind of money, let's just say I had money let's say like a $250 million in the bank, right? Yeah. Which isn't too far what I have right now. I live a very modest life. Okay. Yeah. But so let's say I had that. You'd get bored. You'd be like, I'm going to open up a French restaurant.
There was a guy that so there's a photographer that I know, and he had hit me up and some other people. There was a guy that was out in Miami who I guess came up with some money and wanted to start a t-shirt or a shirt company, whatever, and hit me up saying, hey, would you want to shoot? It was paid. I'm like, okay. I'm like, who would wear this? we did 2 photo shoots for it. He rented out a spot right by me called Concrete Studios, which is right down the street from me. That was the first shoot. It was more like, catalog stuff, whatever. The second day of the shoot was he rented out an Airbnb in the Hollywood Hills. Legit, like he had, I think there was maybe 8 of us of talent, the makeup artist, photographer, everything. But I'm just like, who would wear this?
Right.
I don't know where this guy came up with the idea of like, this is going to be a hot thing. I don't know.
They just have money to burn.
They have money to burn, I guess, because I haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, you got that money to burn. That's when I have the money to burn. I'm just gonna show my total nerdiness. I'm gonna open up a pinball arcade. I've always had a fascination with pinball. I like the physics of it.
But what do you win off it? Nothing.
No, you don't win anything.
You win nothing, huh?
You
got to make one. You have to create a pinball machine where you can win something. Because I remember when I play over at 82 and do it, and the ball will go in like the middle and then the ball just starts shooting everywhere, and but
you don't get anything out. It's like the arcade, the same with the arcade. You Street Fighter, you lose and you're out.
Yeah,
you get the same. For me, I like the pinball because it's just physics. Mm-hmm. It's gravity. It's your own skill. You got to push the machine in certain ways.
How long can you go in one setting?
It depends on the game. Some games I could go 15 minutes off of 150 cents. Some games will, like, let's say there's a Pulp Fiction game out, which is at 82.
Yeah, they have it over there. Yeah.
Yeah. That one we call it Drain Monster. That drains you. You got to have some serious skills to keep that ball alive. It depends how. Some you go to an arcade, the same machine. Some will have have it set like this, so
on the ground.
It's a lot faster.
Oh,
if you're set more level, the ball's going to go slower. Yeah, so it really depends on how the person who owns it, the place, sets it up. If you want a lot of ball draining and you make money quick, you make it difficult. The tilt or whatever the angle, do they do slope.
Do they do that so you lose faster?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll lose faster because the ball's going faster. Yeah. It's going dropping. It depends on the game too.
Okay.
But like I'll play the same game from one place to another. Another place I want a secret spot is a Korean barbecue and pinball up in the valley, called Ace Gogi, AYCE, which is all you can eat.
Oh, okay.
Ace is called Ace Gogi,
okay.
G-O-G. And they have Korean barbecue, and there's one in Van Nuys and one in West Hills. They have Korean barbecue in the front, and in the back there's a secret pinball spot.
Interesting.
And it's never packed. The pinballs and the barbecue side is always packed. Mm-hmm. But you can go there and these guys have the best machines, the most expensive ones. I was telling you, there's
levels to it.
There's a pro version, premium version, and then the LE, they call it limited edition. This guy, the owner of the place, buys the limited edition ones that are like $12,000 each, and he only charges you 50 cents to play.
Why?
He's like a pinball nerd like me.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's got money to burn.
He's got money to burn.
Does he have 12 grand back ready from that?
He's got like his 2 locations. He's got at least 25 machines in each location. So he's got like 50 and he switches. Sometimes they'll bring him here. But if you ever go up in the valley, Van Nuys or West Hills, definitely check out Ace Gogi. Everybody. I'm Shane, the owner. Give me some free Korean barbecue for this plug right here, bro. I'm bringing you all the people.
Now this would be ideal if you can do this. You know how you cook your own Korean barbecue? Do it on the pinball machine as you're playing.
That would be awesome. Or it's like right next to you. You're like, you're eating.
You have a server right now making it for you right there.
Yeah, but it's so cool because you go in the back and they have a bar in the back and pinball, and it's just the pinball. No other arcades, nothing. And I know the guy. I go there so often now. The guys know me, so they let me do whatever I want there. I pretty much own the place now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's my secret spot. I'm giving it up. No, I only have 140 subscribers right now, so
hey,
I don't think. Well, our last video got 2.1K, so
2.1.
We're going for 4K on this one.
Yeah. Well, with the help of Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, we got to say some controversial stuff though. What's some controversy?
Well, so Donald Trump was on Joe Rogan.
This is good.
And then he wants to get Kamala on there, but Kamala has her own rules, and he is not about that.
Yeah, I saw that he was on there. He did like 3 hours.
3 hours. No bathroom breaks before, nothing. Just straight through.
I have to take a bathroom break after an hour of this podcast.
Yeah, but he did reach out. So he wanted to interview Kamala also.
Yeah.
But I think it was supposed to be today.
Oh, right.
But they wanted him to fly to her, and he only had 1 hour. And he's like, no. He goes, I need you to come to Austin.
Kamala needs to go there and do that show.
She would get demolished by him.
But like he was saying, because I saw him say, talk to Trump about. Trump was saying, "Oh, if Kamala would like get destroyed here," and he's like, "No, I'd have a conversation with her."
Have a conversation, but the thing is, there's a difference because Trump's people are not giving him certain questions to ask or answer.
Yeah.
Kamala's people are going to probably be like, this is the only thing you can't ask this. You can ask. He doesn't do that. That's why he does his podcast or conversations.
Yeah.
So he won't go by a set of rules. He does it his way or no way.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think so, but she should do it.
I don't think she has time now.
If she has time, yeah, there's not a lot of time left. But I think that it wouldn't hurt. She went on Fox. So what do you? I don't think that it's because she's scared or anything, because she did Fox. She went into the Lion's Den and did Fox News.
But stuff like that, they give them a script of like, this is what you can and cannot say.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan is not about that. He's like, we're gonna have a conversation. I'm going to ask you the questions you probably don't want to answer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have your team tell me what I can and cannot say.
Right,
that's not what this is about.
Yeah.
I want to have a conversation to be able to talk about whatever.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to answer these questions.
Hopefully something changes and her people like, Kamala, just do it.
They would have to get that. I mean, Trump's podcast came up the next day.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like, just do it. I hope they're secretly filming it, but it's probably not happening.
But she would have to go out to Austin because everything's set up.
Is that where Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah.
So he's like right in the middle there.
He's like, right there. So they would have to go to him. Trump went to him and, he has everything set up.
Yeah.
How hard it would be it'd be too much trouble to take all that stuff and
they shouldn't even suggest if that's what it was. If they like,
only 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's not long enough.
No.
You need
And because I think that she would actually do well on that show. Because Joe Rogan he seemed like a very fair. He's not a shocky person. Like he's not going to try to get you. And he's just like we're doing right now. Hey, okay, I just have a conversation with you. So you.
But he will ask questions that.
I think she'd survive. I think she'd do okay with it. She's a prosecutor. Like, she's dealt with all kinds of stuff. Yeah, she might get rattled here and there, but
that's the last you want. Is to get rattled.
She's not. I don't think she would.
So when she was on, I think CNN or something, they asked her a question. She couldn't answer it.
Was it a town hall kind of thing?
Something like that. And it was just totally avoided it in a way. It's like it just seemed like the pressure was getting to her too much of like, this is too much for me. Yeah. And so if you show any type of like, this is too much for me. Yeah, that's the wrong place you want to be. Because either Joe Rogan is either going to make you or break you. And if you notice, podcast people actually have more, they're even saying this, more influence than going to those rallies probably.
That's why, hey, Kamala and
you want to come here?
Kamala and Don, you guys want to come here? I get 1 million views within like 2 minutes. And I don't ask hard-hitting questions, Kamala, so you'll be fine. You
know how many views that the Trump thing got in one day? I think it was like 17 or 18 million.
It's his biggest.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's
podcasts we're in the this is the renaissance of the podcasting right now.
Yeah, that's where everyone's at.
Because I have the golden voice. You have the golden voice. You want to come and do a pod once where it's your show? I'll call it HYPNOPOD 18. You have to bring your own guests. Bring your girlfriend. Bring your girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm opening it up because I can't be doing this forever. I mean, I have other interests. I just want to have the HYPNOPOD name, and then I come in once in a while. If it ever happens, if you like want to just come in, I'll shoot it, I'll edit it, and I'll record it.
Yeah.
But it'd be you and somebody else just talking about whatever.
Okay.
But you have to like under the name HYPNOPOD, because that could be what HYPNOPOD is. It's just we hypnotize you. I don't know. It could be something like that. I've always thought of that. Like, how could I continue this on and on without getting burned out from doing it? Because the editing part burns me out.
Yeah.
This talking part is no problem.
Yeah.
Editing, maybe I get an editor.
That's what I'm saying. Well, didn't you say don't you usually have someone that is on the other side of the cameras or whatever? You said
when I first started. Yeah. But then it's hard to coordinate and get people, and then one man show right now. I mean, sorry, we have a bunch of
the producers back there. Hey guys, besides them,
they keep eating. What are you guys eating? Yeah. What are you guys eating back there? Yeah, you're ruffling. I watch. So Bobby Lee, I talk about it too before. I bring Bobby Lee up, Tiger Belly, the podcast Tiger Belly, and Bobby Lee. Yeah, he's like my idol of podcasters. Okay, people like Joe Rogan and stuff. I like Bobby Lee. Mm-hmm. He's just a comedian.
He's a comedian too.
He's a comedian. Yeah. He just has he's got this like a chillness about him that I like. And he films it from his house too, but he's built this big set in his house, But one day I'll build a big set.
This could be a big set right here. No one knows.
I tried one over there. I tried a test podcast over there, and it wasn't as good because of the window.
Yeah, the window. The light comes in right there, huh?
The light comes in. I tried it at night without the light. It's just a curtain. Yeah. Here, what I'm going to try to do is, since we have these bluish walls now, I could, in theory, green screen it, kind of put something other background. I tried it. It looks really kind of cool, except for this isn't a great color because like right now you're wearing like a grayish shirt. I'm wearing a grayish, my skin kind of matches the blue. Yeah. You see, that's why, like a green, like fluorescent green would be perfect. Cause then you could totally take that color out. Mm-hmm. Here, if I try to take out like our hair, our shirts, it's going to be very hard to match this. Yeah, but I could they make these big graffiti wallpaper things or anything you want. Yeah, I was thinking the wallpaper back here kind of. But
wouldn't that take away? Wouldn't that be a distraction?
Yeah, I want to distract people from my face.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
and what I'm saying, because then they won't listen to what I'm saying because I have nothing to say.
You want them to see the graffiti back there and not even know that you're even here. Yeah, you hear a voice.
I really have nothing to say.
There could be voices coming out of the graffiti. Yeah. For all they know. I don't know.
Or I could just have like big nudes in the back or something. I don't know. We need something.
Just get Playboys, old Playboy magazines, and cut the magazines out and put them on there.
Maybe I could maybe this bare wall behind us will actually look cool. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, everything's trial and error.
Trial and error. I don't like those things back there. My sister, she convinced me. I didn't like it already. My sister's like,
oh yeah, you had that. Yeah.
They were like those pictures. We call them the Stevie Nicks light boxes because we got them from Stevie Nicks. Oh, okay. Stevie Nicks estate, and they're gone now. They just got boring grayish. It's actually called slate gray. Okay. Whatever this color is.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what the different colors of colors.
Yeah. I don't know. How much time do you think has passed on the pod? I can usually tell when I'm drooping and getting tired around an hour in.
Probably an hour and a half.
You think we're an hour and a half already?
Probably close to it. I don't know.
I think we're probably right there, an hour 20.
Something like that, yeah.
We talked Dodgers. We talked Lakers. We talked Shaq. Food in Arts District.
Politics.
Coming up, everybody don't vote. Vote. And I decided from now on, I'm not telling anybody to like and subscribe. Why? I'm just not doing it. Okay. Reverse psychology.
Okay. Well, that could work.
Please, everybody, no liking, no subscribing.
Don't even watch this. Whatever. Just don't even watch it.
Smash that like button.
Yeah. But don't watch it.
What else? Is there any other new things with you, man? Anything new going on? New car? New clothes? I know you get a lot. I see you watch I tried to go on your Instagram before you came here just to do some research on what you've been doing. Mm-hmm. And I do have something to ask you. I saw you running in like LA River or whatever with a parachute.
Yeah.
Let us know about this parachute run. What is the parachute?
Well, okay. So, that was actually in Irvine.
Irvine.
So there's a photographer. His Instagram is AM Reed. And I have shot with him many times. He lives in Santa Ana.
Right.
And so when I started shooting with him during COVID, I think it was, he came out to the Arts District, shot a few times here. Well, I've been to his house too to shoot, and he had shot this one guy, like fitness stuff. And he was like, we should shoot some fitness stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm totally down for it. But he had all that stuff. And I was like, okay, because we wanted to make it look legit. And so he's like, we need like a riverbed. I mean, we probably could have did the LA River, but he's like, I know a spot in Irvine because it's quiet over there. So I drove over there, and he had everything. I have boxing gloves, but he wanted to use his just because for the logos and stuff like that. So he had that, and then for the running, he had the parachute. And I was like, I've never even ran with this thing.
Right, yeah.
He even had the glasses. The glasses were dope. The whatever
those were cool.
Those were cool glasses. And so I'm running with it, and I was like, damn, this is pretty cool. And looking at it, because it looked like he had the battle rope. He brought everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this looks like a legit photo shoot for like an ad. That
it looked great.
It could look for anything.
Yeah.
And because I had never. I always say I work out a lot.
Yeah.
I always say that I know how to work out, but I probably don't do it properly enough to put it on camera.
Yeah.
I know for me it works, but is it something that would be a proper technique for someone else? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. So that's probably why I've never really shot like fitness stuff, but I'm glad I did because he made it look great.
It looks
like
great.
Everything came out great. And yeah, we actually were talking about shooting something else, like a 90s vintage Levi, something like that type of ad type shoot. So that'd be the next one. I've shot with this guy many times. So yeah, that
looks great. So when you just talk about the like a little bit, I was really curious about when you're running with a parachute, it really slows you down. Like it really builds that resistance.
Yeah, that's what you want, the resistance.
Yeah, the resistance. I've always thought of that's cool because I've seen that before once, and I saw you were doing it, and I was like, wow, that's interesting.
And I had to start. I told him because I'm gonna start far back, so I need to get a little bit of head start because the thing with the parachute is you want it to be up, somewhat, as high as it can go. And so so I just started a little farther back and would just run and I was actually surprised looking at him, like the form looks good. Mm-hmm. I'm like,
you have video of this? I'm sure you got video.
No, actually,
I want to see this video of you.
We don't.
Gotta get you back now.
I shot some behind the scenes of the battle rope. That's what I did. So I basically was like what you don't see, in the real picture. So I put like the before where he has the battle rope around his leg. And I'm sitting there just doing this, the battle rope. So I showed that, and then I showed the picture of what it looks like after. Yeah. So people
you're ripped.
People never see the before of how it's done. They just see the battle rope. Everything looks legit. They had no idea it's wrapped around his leg. Yeah. He's the pole.
That's
so
cool.
But yeah, I'm glad I did that. And but it's the props that he had. He even had the wardrobe. We even stopped over at Walmart to get a pair of shoes just to match something. So he had all the wardrobe. And it just, I had some of my stuff too, but we had different color shorts but he had the shirts and stuff like that. So yeah, by far one of the best shoots that every time I shoot with him, he's like, this is the best shoot we've done. Yeah. And even got a compliment. So this is one guy I do follow. His name's Michael, and he's one of the Silver Fox guys. And he's got a big following. Never met him in person, but just know him just from Instagram. And he even hit me up and was like, dude, that's probably your best shoot you've done. Yeah. And I told him, and he was like, wow, that's pretty cool to hear because
it's straight out of a magazine.
He looks up to, because he's like, wow, because he follows him too. And he's like, that's coming from him. That's pretty good, So yeah.
Yeah, straight up from a magazine. And I saw you do a lot of boxing.
Yeah.
And would you ever be willing to come out to my backyard and show me some things?
Like a backyard brawl?
Yeah. You see, you don't have to shadow box. You could box me and teach me a couple of lessons. 'Cause I've always wanted to do a lot more. I got into like a little bit of self-defense kind of stuff, like martial arts.
Yeah.
Like 15 years ago, but I never stuck. I did it for a year or two, and then I never stuck with it. But I always wanted to like I used to love going. We used to go to a place. It was like a, like, what do you call it? Mixed martial arts kind of spot. They teach you everything.
Yeah.
And we used to have we put full cage masks on, and the instructor would be like, I want you to brawl like you're at a bar fight. And he was like going to teach you how to really defend yourself in a real situation, not any BS.
Yeah.
Here, do these poses that you're never going to know what to do.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I want you to attack him. And then you'd be like, oh, what the hell? And then he'd be like, okay, this is how you're going to defend yourself now. I got out of it. I love that. I love that this guy was just like, I want you to do like a real fight here. But we had he had us protected and everything.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting compared to I'd done martial arts maybe 20 years before that. And it was all stances and poses and things that you knew that you were never gonna. That's not. You're not. If push comes to shove, you're not gonna get.
Things are different back then compared to now.
Yeah. Now it's like all MMA stuff.
Yeah.
And
you gotta know everything.
You got to know everything. Grappling.
Yeah.
Get on the floor. Get your ass punched. But if I got in a fight now, I would just forget all the things that I still know the basic stuff, but I do still want to. I like sparring.
Oh, okay.
I like sparring, but with my
headgear.
nose is already broken, so I can't break it anymore.
Yeah.
But I love having a cage on, and there's these cool cages we used to wear. I don't see a lot of people doing them now. Everybody's manly and stuff. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go to my face.
I mean, there's people I see at my gym, hitting the bag bare knuckle.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are from Russia, Ukraine. They just grow up. That's how they don't use gloves, and their hands are trained.
Yeah. I never hear a Russian accent. I never say anything. I always be very polite to Russian dudes, especially they got a little bit of accent. I know these guys kill me.
Oh yeah.
Kick my ass.
Yeah.
They've seen way more. They fight with bears.
Yep.
I'm very polite. Yes, sir. No problem. Hey, I'm sorry I hit you while I was walking by. Sometimes one time I was at a bar and I just accidentally shouldered this guy. He was huge. He looked at me. He was like, "The fuck, man?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't apologize." He goes, "No problem. No problem. You're a nice guy. Thank you. No, your apology accepted. No problem." But he was ready to kick my ass just because I brushed his shoulder a little bit. And I knew, I was like, no, you're not going to, what am I going to do to this guy? I have zero chance.
Yeah.
100% chance of getting my ass kicked for sure.
Yeah.
So always be polite. Get more out of a, this is not actually the saying I was going for. I was about to say you get more out of a gun and a kind word than just a kind word. But that's not really, it didn't have anything to do with. Are you ready for Halloween? We're almost going to wrap up here. I think I'm falling asleep soon.
Yeah.
But not because of you. I'm just, low energy today. But I hope I brought a little bit of energy.
Yeah.
You brought the energy.
We're on here for about it's close to about $1.50 here.
We were just partying too much from the Dodgers last night.
Tonight is game 4. Tonight is the sweep. Bring the brooms out.
Let's take it. Predictions. I'm going to say we're taking it. You already made it. You called it. Sweep. New York, I think just end it.
They don't have it this year.
We don't want to win in front of our Dodgers. We don't need to win in Dodger Stadium.
We don't need it to come back here. No chances. If you can get it finished now, get it done.
Those umps yesterday, the umpire, the one behind the plate umpire, I guess they call him.
Yeah.
That guy was making some bad calls.
Well, he did call out, I forgot who it was, strike 3. And I was like, on the Yankees, I was like, damn. I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll
but I'm
take
like,
it.
That ball was high.
Yeah, see, we're very fair.
I was like, whoa.
We're very fair. I don't want anybody to ever say, oh, we won because of a call here and there. But luckily, it didn't really. I think that call didn't really affect. I know what you're talking about. It didn't really affect too much. There was even a call against us where we could have gone up a little bit more. We could have had a run, and they have that box now where you could see if it's a strike or not.
Yeah.
Just let's leave it out. How about they just go by that and then give the umpire some kind of you're in the strike zone. Then there'll be a controversy. I would say actually make that the call. Have that be the call.
That's automatic. It's the I think they're testing that out in like AAA or something like that about having no umpires at all.
No umpire.
No home plate umpire. Obviously on the field you have to, but home plate, no one calling that balls and strikes. It's basically just going to be an automated
automated.
thing. Yeah.
Automated. I wouldn't mind having somebody back there just to, if there's a fight or something, or
I don't know how that would work.
You needed somebody there at the plate. I would say at the very least to call if somebody's sliding into home plate.
Yeah, you have to have that. Yeah,
you could still not even need that, but I think you have to have somebody there. But I think for the strikes and balls, you have the technology. Then there's because it happened more than 5-6 times where you saw that the ball was out of the box and he called a strike.
Yeah,
it happened on both teams. It was both Dodgers and New York, and we're very fair. Like I didn't want some of those. I was like, no, come on.
I thought that was the one on. I don't forget who it was, and I was like, damn, that's a high strike. I'm like, but I'll take it. Yeah. Then I thought, well, maybe it was a check swing. Because he did,
it wasn't
even a check swing either. I'm like, and they called him out on that.
And he was pissed. They showed him in the next inning when they were on the field in defense.
Yeah,
and they showed he was still pissed. Yeah, hey, he had every right.
Yep.
But we got shafted too a couple of times for the ball being in and out.
All good.
So we have game. When does the game start? Like 5 or so?
5.
5. Okay, and we're probably like 2, 3. We gotta probably end it soon.
Yeah,
I could go on forever. We could talk for hours. So, but last thing we'll talk is Halloween's coming up in 2 days.
Yeah.
You get dressed up for Halloween?
I'm actually working. I'm bartending.
Okay.
Party. So we're not actually dressing up. Have to wear all black. So that's my costume.
Yeah. You could wear maybe like a Mr. Miyagi, like a little bandana. What do they call those little things?
Yeah, they're the soccer player things.
Yeah,
what soccer players wear in Europe.
So I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I used to own a costume shop, and I have to just go into my little I have a little wardrobe full of like 100 costumes.
Yeah.
So I'll just pick something. Sometimes I'm a medieval knight, Darth Vader. It could be anything. I really have all kinds of stuff.
I thought so. I do have a pair of overalls. There's the striped Dickie ones.
Yeah.
And I bought a conductor hat.
Oh yeah.
Off Amazon because I was like, okay. So I knew I was bartending, so I was like, okay, if you tell us if you dress up, I'll just be a conductor.
That's a good one.
Like a training conductor.
Yeah.
But they're like, okay, just wear all black.
Just wear all black. Yeah.
It's all good.
Bring a samurai sword.
I know where to put it.
Yeah. All right. I think we'll probably wrap over there. Is there anything we need to cover before any new things? No, we're good.
We're good.
Just bring in the views, guys. We're going for
subscribe. Wait, no.
Don't smash that like button.
Yeah, you don't want to break it.
Yeah, whatever. How to smash it? Like,
I don't know.
It's like you can't really smash any harder than click, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, thanks all for watching. Thanks for coming out, Fred. And we'll do, so this one's going to be called Model Behavior 2.
Okay.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, I know that.
I don't know. But
Electric Boogaloo. I know that.
I think I just named that last one Model Behavior. I don't know. I just thought of it because it was a decent movie back in the day. It was a movie, I think, Model Behavior. There was a movie called Model Behavior, I think, or a TV show. It was a TV show, maybe. But we might just call this Model Behavior Part 2.
Okay. Sounds good.
And thanks for coming out again.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, man, it was a good time. And thanks for bringing up the energy. Well, my energy's been, I just drank too much yesterday.
Yeah, that's fine. All good.
I always like, when we like go out or something and to watch the games, you lose track of how much you're drinking. And then that's when I'm not much of a drinker. So then, you barely get any sleep.
Yeah, all good.
So yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you for watching.
That was good. And we're going to predict, I'm going to predict we're at hour 32 at least.
Hour 32.
Yeah. And you have the an hour 32.
Oh, hour 32. Okay.
Your last, you're not only do you have the most views, you had the longest podcast.
Oh,
You're not at Trump level, but
No,
we had an
not 3
hour.
hours,
It was an
no.
hour and 36.
yeah, that's good.
So we are probably at a close. We're probably an hour 32, hour 28 to 32.
Okay.
I'm just predicting. I don't
see.
know. We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks again, and we'll
Thank
see
you.
you all again next time. Producers in the back, cut the camera, cut the sound. We're out of here.
Ouch.
All right.